Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. You're gonna have to excuse the crazy hair because I just got back from swimming. But in today's video, I got book recommendations from my aunt, Briley, and Ellie, and we're going to be reading those this week. My aunt requested that I read The Tenant by Frida McFadden, and I'm all for that because I'm trying to read her whole backlist, and that is one I have not read yet, so we're gonna go with that. Ellie wants me to read The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I also love Lynn Painter, so I feel really good about that too. Briley's, I'm a little bit more iffy on. She wants me to read the Twisted Ones novel. That's the second book in the Five Nights at Freddy's Silver Eyes trilogy. And I read all of the graphic novels, and the Silver Eyes was my least favorite one. And she said she wants me to read that one because I already read the first one. She said she wants me to read the Twisted Ones because it's horrible and she needs someone to talk about it with. And I'm like, thanks. So she gave me one that she hated and she doesn't think I'm gonna like, so I'm a little nervous about that. But out of the graphic novel trilogy, The Fourth Closet was my favorite one, and that's the third book. So to get to that, I was gonna have to read the Twisted Ones anyway. So really, she's just helping to push me to do what I need to do, so it's okay. I forgive her. Ellie is no longer allowed to be my reading buddy because tell me how we were at that coffee shop for 2 whole hours and I only read 50 pages because we talked so much. But yeah, that was fun. We tried a new coffee shop and it was really good. And I started her book that she recommended, which is the Do-Over by Lynn Painter. And again, at like 30 pages in, I knew it was gonna be a 5-star. I know that book is gonna be a 5-star because tell me why. I have not cried over a book in so long, and I'm crying 30 pages into this. I'm blaming the daddy issues and the fact that Lynn Painter knows how to hit me right in the heart with these parent things. I'm gonna start heading home now. My phone decided to be too heavy for my thing. So I'll give a better update when I get back home. Trying to figure out how to get these books inside. Picked up 2 books from the library, and then I have Ellie's, and this is what it looks like outside. I'm with Kaylee. We're about to watch our scary movie. We're waiting till it's dark outside, and I never fully updated on the 50 pages that made me cry in the coffee shop of that Lynn Painter book. In the first 50 pages, she was talking about how much she loves her boyfriend. She found out her boyfriend is kissed another girl that he was with before her. And then she finds out her dad is moving 15 hours away to go to Texas with his new family to start a new job. Okay. Yeah. And I think that they're just like really hitting the daddy issues because that got to me so bad. I was in there with Ellie and she just looked at me and she's like, "You're already crying?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am, because that's horrible." There's this one line in the book that's like, "I was so good they didn't have to," or what was it? "I was so good that my parents didn't have to worry about me, so they didn't at all." Why are you leaving her? That killed me. I have not cried over a book in a very long time. And Lynn Painter always does this to me. Her books aren't even supposed to be sad, and they kill me every time I read one. It is so bad. We watched a horror movie last night, but it is now time to pick back up The Do-Over. The confession for chapter number 9 is, in 7th grade, I went through a phase where I took taxis all over the city just for something to do when I couldn't handle being alone. Lynn Painter, when I catch you, Lynn Painter. I'm reading Ellie's copy of this book, and she makes little notes in the margins. And I thought it was funny that she commented on the fact that our main character folds her book pages. too. What the heck? Her trying to convince her dad to not move 15 hours away from her and him refusing is actually just insane to me. What a piece of crap. This is making me so mad. This being a Lynn Painter book, I know that they're gonna end up together and the flirting and all that has already begun. I'm trying to figure out, because before I started this book, I assumed that both of them were stuck in the time loop and they were gonna try and get out of it together, but only she is stuck in the time loop. So I'm really trying to figure out how they're gonna fall for each other if he's really kind of meeting her for the first time every day. So that's a little confusing, but I am this far in. I have to be at work in, what time is it? 3:08. I have to be at work at 5, so I'm gonna keep reading and see where this goes. But yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. This book has me in its grips. I'm locked in. I'm at the part where she's having her donk day, a day of no consequences, and it is so funny and I'm so happy for her. I'm about to do my laundry because I have an intensive for my color guard team tomorrow, so I'm gonna be doing that all day and I have no clothes to wear. But I thought it was worth mentioning because I was concerned that I was about to go to work and not have an audiobook to listen to, and I just looked, and on Libby right now, The Tenant by Frida McFadden is available, and that's the book that my aunt wants me to read. So we're gonna start The Tenant while I'm at work. I'm a little bit into chapter 3 of The Tenant, and he just got fired from his job after he was promoted to like level below manager. I don't know why I can't think of the word right now. And after the last guy tried to kill himself by jumping out one of the office windows and is like at a recovery place somewhere, so he got the job. And his boss thinks that he gave their like plans to their competitors, so he got fired, and now he and his fiance are struggling while he's trying to find a new job. And I think this is where, if I'm remembering right, the plot of this book is that they rent out their house to this, or a room maybe, to this woman, and then there's like horrible smells coming from there, like something mischievous. But yes, it is perfect that I found this audiobook because I have to drive to Emporia tomorrow, so it's gonna be an hour and a half there and then an hour and a half back. So I'm gonna start this audiobook tonight, but it is definitely good that I was able to get this audiobook so that I can actually get some reading done during my drive tomorrow. I just got off work. I made it like almost 3 hours into the audiobook, and I just wanted to do a little update on it. So in case you're lost, because I'm book hopping, I'm listening to The Tenant by Frida McFadden, and some thoughts that I have about some of the characters. Our main character that we're following is really gross. Like, he's commenting on all the different women's in his life's body parts, and it's like not his wife, and you can tell that he has something that he's hiding. And I will say she's doing a really good job at keeping it on the down low. Like, it's not obvious that there's something else going on right now, but if you really like look and like think about it, you're like, they're hinting that there is something else happening with this dude. So that was good. And then also the tenant, she is throwing me off too, and I'm kind of like, what is happening? Like, I can't tell if she's genuinely being crazy or if she's just kind of weird and it's in his head. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it's possible that either of those is true. So it's very confusing, but it is going pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, usually by this point in the book, I have figured at least one plot point out of Frida McFadden books, and I have not yet with this one, so maybe this one will be higher than a 3 star, which is what I've rated, I think, all of our other books that I've read. The goldfish. And the thing that happens after the goldfish, if it happened because of why I think it happened, or why I think they're implying it happened, I cannot tell if he's going crazy or if she's crazy. I can't tell, and it's driving me crazy. Okay, I'm not gonna go into too much detail right now because I just got done with my color guard intensive and I am ready to go home, and I have an hour-and-a-half drive ahead of me. But a little update, I did get this far into the book, and that was all audiobook. I think I have like 2 hours left and I'm on chapter 50. My plan was to finish, what's it called? The Do-Over today, but I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and finish the Frida McFadden book just because I am so close to it. Let me see what page I'm on actually. If we include the epilogue, I am on page 265 of 344. So I'm gonna hopefully get through this night, but I also really want to keep reading the Do-Over. So if I don't finish one or the other, I will at least make some good progress in both of them. Update. The ride home ended up being a lot longer than it was supposed to be because I blew my tire. So I just got back home. I finished the Tenant. I'm gonna read a little bit of the Do-Over, but let's talk about the Tenant because I have never read a Frida McFadden book that I have not been able to guess at the end. And I didn't guess any of the plot twists, which looking back, it should have been more obvious, especially with her style of books, but I did not guess it. And then at the very end, like in the epilogue, you have to read the epilogue on this book, okay? Because what the heck? That is crazy. Through so many parts, I was like, I don't know if we're supposed to like this character or not like this character. It was so confusing, but so good. I rated the Tenant a 4 stars, and now we're going to get back into the Do-Over. I just got to chapter 14, and we're at a point where she seems like genuinely so happy, and knowing that the day's about to reset is just so sad. Update, I went to a cafe with Ellie again and to read, and then didn't read anything because we just talked the whole time. And then when I got home, I picked up the Twisted Ones from Briley and started reading that. We are almost halfway through that one, and it's okay so far. It's my least favorite out of the graphic novel trilogy, so I'm assuming it'll be my least favorite out of the novel trilogy. And I just wanted to comment on the part where we just got to the taxidermied animal in the freezer at the like gas stop, and I still to this day do not understand the relevance of that. I just thought it was kind of a weird and like funny thing that they added in, and wanted to comment on that. I don't really get the point behind it, but it was in the graphic novel and the novel, so I'm really trying to put together if it means something. But now we're going to my grandma's house, and I have Mimi with us. We are about halfway through the book. She's distracted by something right now, but me and this one are out for a walk right now, and I'm listening to the book. I know that I just started it today, but honestly, I'm on track to finish it today, so I think that's the goal. We're probably gonna do a couple of laps around the park because she's finally listening to me and walking. And I will update you guys when I get home. I feel bad for John right now. I feel like Charlie is hardcore using him. No way this girl is standing him up again. He's way too sweet for her. I finished The Silver Eyes last night. I gave it a 4 stars. It was my least favorite graphic novel, but the actual novel was actually really good. Briley's gonna be a little disappointed because she wanted me to read this one because she hates it. A lot of you may know that I am going to college for psychology, and I've already taken about probably a little bit over a semester's worth of psychology classes. So I'm not trying to burst my own bubble, but I feel like I know a fair amount about like how the brain works and everything. And the discs in this book are just so interesting to me. It's true that you have to filter out all the intake of senses that you're getting. Otherwise, I mean, that's why we're able to filter out how the clothes feel on our skin and how our organs feel inside our body. Like, we are filtering so much more than we're actually processing every day. So the idea that they were able to use that to their advantage and make these discs that warp what you're seeing, I'm not sure if it's actually possible, but it's a really cool concept and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I've said this yet, but I ended up rating it a 4 stars, and we are on track to hopefully finish the do-over today, but we will see. I do have work. It's always work, man. It's always getting in the way. I'm also hopefully going to dye my hair tonight, but we will see where that goes. I have to leave for work in like 30 minutes, but we're gonna keep reading the do-over. I'm this far in. I'm on page 212. If this day resets, I'm going to crash out. I got to chapter 17. We're about to find out if the day is going to reset or not. It was so much effort not to look ahead and find out, but I did it, so let's see. I'm gonna turn my car on because it's extremely hot. Okay. I'm on break at work, so I have 30 minutes to read my book because I have not been able to stop thinking about it for the whole 4 hours that I've been at work. I'm on page 245, and Emily just said, "I'd always lived to please everyone else. Who would ever do what I really wanted if not me?" It's kind of cute. He bought the cake. I just finished the do-over, and that was actually a really sweet book. I think I overhyped it at the beginning a little bit, and I only ended up giving it 3 stars, but it was still super cute, and I will definitely continue reading Lynn Painter's books. My goal is to read the rest of her backlist and be able to say that I've read all of her books because all of them have been so good, like 3 or 4 stars on every single one. As a little recap, the first book that I read in this video was The Tenant by Frida McFadden. That was recommended by my aunt. And then I read The Twisted Ones by Scott Cawthon, which was recommended by my friend Briley. And then I finished off the video with The Do-Over by Lynn Painter, which was recommended by my friend Ellie. I think it is safe to say that I will continue to take their recommendations because I got 2 4 stars and a 3 star, which are all really good ratings. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and letting me know any ideas that you have in the comments. Also, let me know if you've read any of these books and if you enjoyed them. And if you don't mind helping a girl out and hitting that subscribe button, that's always appreciated. If you want to check out any of my other socials, head to the description for links to all of those. Oh, without further ado, I will see you guys next Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!